Hi, good afternoon, Facebook friends, Facebook family, Facebook stalkers. Just kidding. Hi, I'm Heidi Papoff, and I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and friend, sister, aunt, whatever, all those things too. And I'm also a work-at-home internet marketer. Hi, Heather. Thanks for joining. So I wanted to share something with you because I think it's really cool. Back a few years ago, I was in a mom's group when I lived in Lake Oswego, Oregon. It was called Mothers of Preschooler, MOPS. And a lot of times when we met twice a month, we would have different speakers come in to give us, useful topics on motherhood or just self-care, anything. Hi, Beth. Anything that would, be useful to a busy mom, a stay-at-home mom, a working mom, whatever. So one of the talks that we had was from a MD, a physician who came in and told us about the many benefits, the many scientifically backed benefits of the Mediterranean diet and lifestyle. And I was so intrigued because at that time, thanks Heather, I got these from one of those, subscription clothes boxes. Yes, thanks for putting in #live. If you're live, put in #live, give me some hearts, give me some emojis in the comments. I would love to see who's on here. So let me get on with what I'm saying. So I was looking into so many different diets at that time because we were dealing with some health issues in my family. And we were just really trying to figure out what would be the best and really most sustainable diet for an entire family, something that you could do for a lifetime. I am not talking about like a crash diet or anything like that, but like a lifestyle change that seemed like something that you could actually do forever, that wouldn't be too taxing, and that, kids could get behind, all of that. So when he came in, I actually have this book here. When he came in and told us about the many benefits of a Mediterranean diet, and I, was learning and listening and seeing more about what that actually is, it seemed so doable. And it seemed like a way that I would want to eat anyway, in a way that I do eat. And, when I go out to eat and somebody else is cooking for me, it's kind of like what I would want to do anyway. So I'm gonna tell you 7 benefits that might sound actually like medical claims of eating a Mediterranean diet, but they're in this book is actually the details of the scientific studies by doctors and scientists that back up what they're saying. So also, coincidentally, the Clean Living company I'm in also advocates for eating the Mediterranean diet and Mediterranean lifestyle, especially if you are using any one of the weight management systems. So I think it's awesome. I have a friend also who works for the American Heart Association, and she said that is the diet that they also back and recommend to people. So benefit number 1 for eating a Mediterranean diet is lower mortality rates. So they did multiple studies. Every single one of these categories that I'm going to tell you has multiple studies backing it up that are detailed in this book. So it's a book that basically talks about why the Mediterranean diet works, but then it also has recipes in here. So really useful. If you're interested in what this book is and who wrote it and where you can get it, send me a message. But so lower mortality rates. So when combined with being a non-smoker and regular exercise and eating the Mediterranean diet versus, probably several others that they used in these studies, there was a 65 to 80% reduction in mortality to, things like heart disease, diabetes, things like that. So that's pretty significant and telling. Number 2 was less heart disease, less artery disease, and fewer strokes. So Mediterranean diet, you guys, is nothing crazy. It's basically eating really healthy, lean proteins, lots of fruits and vegetables, healthy fats, and whole grains. So, not as much sugar, no refined flours, things like that, not a lot of fatty meats, but I mean, red meat is not prohibited. You just wouldn't do it as often. Tons of vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables. I mean, it's how we should be eating anyway, right? It's probably very similar to something like the Whole30 or maybe even paleo, but it's actually allows more in than those diets. Number 3 is less insulin resistance. So basically that encompasses everything diabetes, pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and then just general blood sugar control. So that's huge. Number 4 is more sustainable weight loss. So helps you to probably lose weight, maintain your weight, and then actually be able to maintain that. Matt's doing that. That's awesome, Tamra. How long has he been doing it, and what's he noticing so far? Less depression. Who wouldn't like to see less depression around you and maybe even in yourself? And in one of those studies, they also showed that outdoor exercising can have a positive impact on less depression as well. So just something to know. If you like to walk outside, if you like to go jogging outside, if you like to do Zumba in the park, whatever. But exercising outside can actually help with depression as well. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Faith. And then number 6 is aging gracefully. So what they defined that is as you get into your 60s, 70s, and above, having more activity, more independence, less memory loss, and less dementia, and actually less Parkinson's disease as well. Yeah, it does seem like common sense, but I feel like there's so much confusion out there because there's so many things coming at us, like you should be doing keto, you should be doing this, you should be, and it's like, which one? And you can look into any one of them and they all seem like, oh, well, that's what I should be doing. Or, I was convinced last year that I should be vegan. Like you can be convinced of anything if you look into one thing or another. But I feel like for me, this seemed like the most doable, the most sustainable, and there's like real evidence and scientific studies to back up these claims, I guess. So, and then number 7, and this is huge, less cancer and better cancer outcomes. So less cancer occurring in general, and then more survival, higher survival rates for people who are getting cancer. And when I briefly looked through the studies, it was talking about people with colorectal cancer, colon cancer, which that makes sense for the digestive system. And then also there was a study that looked at breast cancer. So, I mean, the Mediterranean diet is not complicated. It's not that restrictive. I mean, they still drink wine. They still eat probably desserts in moderation, lots of dark chocolate. We can do this. So I am going to be looking into this book closer. I've had it in my drawer. I haven't really dived into it, but I'm gonna start making some of these recipes, and if I find something real easy, maybe I'll do a live of me making that. So thanks for watching, you guys. Again, if you wanted to know what this book is, send me a message and I will send you that info. All right, have a good one. Bye.